of facts and spicy sides.
From breaking headlines to backroom whispers.
All served hot and fresh. Hello there, I'm Monique Tuzon.
I'm Ferdi Salvador. Glad to have you with us.
And I'm Mai Rodriguez. This is the Daily Dish.
And we got some juicy stuff today.
Breaking news today.
Lots of juice, lots of tea.
Yes, agents of the Customs Bureau are in the residence of the Discaya couple. They're in the spotlight these days because of the flood control project's controversy. And what did they find?
They literally found 3 cars, just 3 of the luxury cars. At first it was 2, now it's 3. But what happened, Discaya? Where did you guys hide the cars?
From alleged ghost projects, now alleged ghost cars.
Like, I don't know, I'm baffled.
But if
like,
you remember, they
cars?
showed dozens in that garage in past media interviews.
That's
Yes,
right.
and our own Kiko Folve.
I know, Kiko
Francis
went
Folve
there.
was there and he saw the cars. And, well, let's see where these cars have gone to because that's going to be an interesting twist to this story, right?
Grab it. I really want to know where they hid their cars because that's not something you can hide easily.
Yes.
They moved fast, though.
They moved
since
fast.
This controversy broke out. It was 2 weeks since then, right?
I'm sure they started when they got hit and people already talking about
Allegedly.
But
But let's see what their explanation is, and perhaps there's something, something legitimate about, the cars.
why they're gone.
Being moved to another place.
Also, something to note, the dealer where Discaya revealed yesterday,
2 of them.
Frabel Enterprises, Sarah Discaya was in the Senate hearing yesterday, remember? And Senator Tito Soto revealed that that dealer, Frabel Enterprises, was flagged by the BOC in the past for smuggling
It's not just
high-end
that
vehicles.
one. There's another one. I forgot the name, but 2 of them were flagged for smuggling cars.
Well, it's a lot of things are unraveling. This is why it's making it interesting. But for those viewers that we have, always stay tuned to Bilyonaryo News channel to see the latest, most verified news.
Yes, exactly.
So that you can be informed of this type of story.
But on the lighter side of things, who's our guest today, Ferdi?
The Amanda Griffin Jacob.
Yeah. She's going to join us today to talk about how's life been like lately with 4 kids.
Yep.
And she moves a lot.
Live from Singapore and now
Hong
moving
Kong,
to Manila.
Australia, but now moving back to Manila. But you know what?
What?
We're gonna save that for later because there's gonna be a lot of interesting. Drew Barrymore!
Yes, Drew Barrymore came out as bisexual. I'm so happy for her.
Go get it, girl,
Yes.
because you know what? Live your truth. We're happy for you, and I'm sure you're gonna live your truth better now that you have come out with your preferences, right?
So stay tuned. We have more news, and especially you, Mai. You have a lot to
We have
tackle today.
reporters on the ground monitoring the biggest news today. Stay tuned for that in the headlines.
Yes, we always get excited with Mai's report, and we'll see you in a little bit.
This is my daily dish. This is my daily dish. My daily dish. My daily dish. This is my daily dish. This is my
In today's headlines, a vanishing act. The Bureau of Customs discovers only 3 out of the 12 unregistered luxury vehicles at the home of controversial contractor Sara Discaya. Too little, too late. That's how Vice President Sara Duterte describes the ongoing investigations into the allegedly anomalous flood control projects. Tragedy in Sudan. Over 1,000 people are killed in a landslide following days of heavy rain. And in entertainment, Hollywood star Drew Barrymore comes out as bisexual. As scrutiny intensifies into flood control projects allegedly riddled by corruption, authorities are zeroing in on the luxury cars of the Discaya family. But as agents searched their garage, only 3 of the 12 unregistered luxury vehicles were found. We now go live to Ivy Reyes in Pasig City. Ivy, tell us what happened to the rest.
Mai, of the 12 luxury cars not registered with the Bureau of Customs, only 3 were found here at St. Gerard Construction's parking lot. Commissioner Ariel Nepomuceno said all 12 cars flagged by the DOC will be reported to the Highway Patrol Group, which means using them is out of the equation now. Effective immediately, the entire compound is also guarded by authorities. A Land Cruiser, a Maserati, and a Cadillac Escalade are the only cars present in the three-story parking lot. Should the Discayas fail to show proof that these are not smuggled, Nepomuceno said they would have to search all Discaya addresses to find these cars. As of now, the DOC is giving the Discaya family the benefit of the doubt due to the pressure of the ongoing probe against their corporation. But Nepomuceno urged them that if the cars were bought in good faith, the Discayas would have no problem giving out their documents. The relatives of the Discaya couple are tied to the anomalous corporation. The DOC may have to investigate them as well if the cars are found to be within their authority. Mai.
So, Ivy, if you remember yesterday, Senator Jinggoy Estrada grilled Sara Discaya on these luxury vehicles, and she did admit to having a Rolls Royce worth about 42 million pesos, several Range Rovers, Cadillac Escalades, and also a Maybach worth 22 million. What is the Customs Bureau saying now on where these vehicles may be?
As of now, that's really the question of the Bureau of Customs. They do not know where the rest of the cars went, but one of the 3 cars found here are not actually in the list of the 12 cars unregistered with the DOC. So they have another investigation going on apart from the 12 cars they found to be unregistered. Mai.
And did you say that the customs agents will be monitoring this building from now on, 24/7?
Yes, Maya. They will monitor the FGC parking lot because they're watching if the 3 cars will not be here in the next coming days.
All right, thank you. Ivy Reyes reporting to us from Pasig City. Vice President Sara Duterte doubts the real intentions of the ongoing investigations into the flood control scandal. In an interview at The Hague, the Vice President says anomalies in government projects, not only in flood mitigation, have long been there. She says it's suspicious that the Marcos administration is looking into this only now. VP Sara also describes the government's action against corruption as too little, too late.
Kung seryoso lang talaga ang presidente, tapos na yan, isang araw lang, matuturo niya lahat ng may kagagawan ng korupsyon sa budget.
It's the turn of the House of Representatives to look into the flood control scandal. As the House hearing opened today, not all contractors invited showed up. The House panel will now subpoena the 5 contractors that failed to appear in today's inquiry. Let's get details from Joan Manalo, live from the House of Representatives. Joan.
Mai, 11 out of the 16 invited contractors attended today's first hearing of the House Infrastructure Committee on the alleged anomalous flood control projects in the country. Among those who were present were High Tone Construction and Development and SunWest, co-founded by Christopher Ko and Ako Bicol Party-list Representative Zaldi Ko, respectively. Meanwhile, those who failed to attend include Alpha and Omega General Contractor and Development Corporation and St. Timothy Construction Corporation, owned by the Discaya family. They will be issued subpoenas as motioned by Manila Representative Joel Chua and approved by the committee. Former DPWH Secretary Manuel Bunoan, as well as former DPWH Bulacan 1st District Engineer Henry Alcantara, are also present at the hearing. Before proceeding with the hearing, Akbayan Representative Chel Jokno motioned that all members of the Tri-Committee, which includes the Committees on Public Accounts, Public Works and Highways, and Good Government and Public Accountability, disclose their financial, business, or pecuniary interests that may be directly or indirectly affected by the probe into past or present flood control projects. The motion was approved, requiring concerned House members to submit a written undertaking of their financial and business interests within 5 working days. As of press time, the hearing is still ongoing, and we expect more updates from the House panel in the next few hours. Mai.
Joan, you mentioned Representative Zaldi Co, who is tied to one of the top 15 contractors that bagged billions of projects, flood control projects from the government. Has anything been uncovered so far? Was he grilled already?
As of the moment, the grilling with the representatives of the contractors or the contractor firm owned by or co-founded by Co has not yet pursued or is not yet ongoing, since the panel is still deliberating. We're talking about the House bills related to the flood control projects that are linked with the Laguna Lake or the Laguna Dibay. Mai.
Joan, will this be a marathon hearing? Unlike yesterday's Senate hearing, there was a limited time yesterday in the Senate inquiry. How long do the House of lawmakers in the House plan to hold this hearing today?
The House leaders from the Tri-Committee or the Infra Committee did not specifically tell us as to how long they are planning to conduct the hearing today, but House Infrastructure Committee Chair Terry Ridon said that they will exhaust all means to be able to really identify or get into the gist of these anomalous flood control projects in the country. Mai.
Right, thank you for monitoring. Joan Manalo live from the House of Representatives. Justice Secretary Jesus Crispin Remulla wants to clear his name, seeking to dismiss pending complaints against him. This comes amid his bid to become the next ombudsman. Andrea Salve is reporting to us live from the Department of Justice. Andrea.
Justice Secretary Jesus Crispin Remulla says he plans to file a motion before the Office of the Ombudsman to immediately dismiss his pending complaints. This comes as he awaits clearance from the Judicial and Bar Council with his application to become the next ombudsman still under review. Remulla is one of the last 4 applicants scheduled for an interview with the JBC today. His application has drawn attention as JBC rules state that nominees must have no pending criminal cases. Last May, presidential sister and Senator Amy Marcos urged the ombudsman to investigate top government officials, including Remulla, for their alleged role in the arrest and surrender of former President Rodrigo Duterte to the International Criminal Court in The Hague. Remulla defends his action, saying he was simply upholding the law. He declined to comment on Senator Marcos's claim that acting Ombudsman Peter Vargas is under tremendous pressure and facing enormous to dismiss the case. Last month, Remulla also dismissed speculation that he may be disqualified, insisting he remains committed to his application. Mai.
Thank you, Andrea Salve, reporting to us from the DOJ. The Senate is scrutinizing the proposed budget for next year. Dexter Ganibe is reporting live from the Senate. Hi, Dexter. What's the latest?
Oy, pinotay.
Dexter, go ahead, Dexter. You're live. All right, we'll get back to Dexter Ganibe to report from the Senate for us. Now, Pag-asa says the low-pressure area east of the country has a low potential of becoming a storm in the next 24 hours. But heavy rains are expected today in Aurora, and the southwest monsoon will also bring downpours in Palawan. Residents in these areas are advised to be on alert for floods and possible landslides. Let's now go back to Dexter Ganibe reporting from the Senate. Dexter, hello. All right, we will go back to Dexter Ganibe. We're waiting for his report from the Senate. Tragedy in Sudan, where a landslide left at least 1,000 people dead. The disaster struck after days of heavy rain in the Mara Mountains area, where a village was completely destroyed. The Sudanese army is appealing to the United Nations and international aid agencies for help in recovering bodies. Sudan is mired in a 2-year civil war that has left more than half the population in poverty and hunger. Over in Afghanistan, aid is pouring in for victims of a devastating earthquake. The UK is sending aid worth more than $1 million to be coursed through the UN and the Red Cross. The quake left more than 800 people dead and another 2,800 injured. All right, let's try one last time. Dexter Ganibe from the Senate. Dexter, can you hear us?
Yes, the Senate Finance Committee, together with the Development Budget Coordinating Committee, has already started the deliberation for the 6.793 trillion pesos budget for 2026, and the senators have already seen some red flags on the budget for 2026. Senator Erwin Tulfo, one of the vice chairmen of the Senate Finance Committee, already flagged some of the items in the submitted National Expenditures Program by the Executive Department, particularly on the proposed budget for flood control projects next year, many of which have the same amount of budget for the various flood control projects in different areas like in Aklan, Antique, and Iloilo, to the tune of 149 million pesos and 750,000 pesos. According to Budget Secretary Amina Pangandaman, these projects were proposed by the DPWH. Senator Panfilo Lacson said, these are major red flags, and for example, Lacson said in NCR and Regions 1, 2, and 3, he identified around 373 items that have the same amount of budget of 150 million pesos each. Lacson proposed to delete these red flag items and to realign them according to the expenditure program of the administration. Secretary Pangandaman said that the newly appointed DPWH Secretary has already reached out to inform them that he is now reviewing the proposed budget of DPWH and will recommend changes of errata. Finance Committee Chair Win Gatchalian has also detailed lists of red flags and government-proposed projects in various areas in the country. With these developments, the Senate Committee on Finance launched its transparency portal for the 2026 national budget yesterday. The Budget Transparency Portal ay isang microsite na matatagpuan sa official site o Senate site na web.senate.gov.ph. Inside this portal are links for the Senate Finance Committee hearing and other activities, live stream links, transcripts of hearings and briefings pertaining to the national budget, documents and journals, and the list of the committee officials. My Senator Bam Aquino earlier proposed to return back the NEP or the National Expenditure Program to Malacanang for them to make some amendments. But the DBM Secretary said it is unconstitutional to return back the NEP, and it is now under the hands of the Congress, the House, and the Senate to propose amendments on these items that were seen to be red flags. Mai?
All right, the budget and especially insertions coming under extreme review more than ever. Dexter Ganibe reporting to us live from the Senate. Thank you, Dexter.
A big test awaits Gilas Pilipinas youth in the FIBA Under-16 Asia Cup today. The Philippines will face Group B leaders, New Zealand, later at 4:30 p.m. Manila time. Gilas youth is fresh off a hard-earned victory against Indonesia on Monday. The Philippines is currently ranked third in the group, standing with 1 win and 1 loss, while New Zealand remains perfect and on top at 2-0. Now from the hard court to tennis Grand Slam action, Naomi Osaka is back in the U.S. Open quarterfinals after 5 years. Osaka stunned third seed Coco Gauff in a highly anticipated fourth round showdown between two former U.S. Open champs. Osaka is a two-time champion in Flushing Meadows, winning in 2018 and in 2020. She will next face Karolina Muchova of Czech Republic in the last 8. Drew Barrymore admits to being bisexual, a statement fans quickly embraced. Many say her honesty makes them love her even more. The Charlie's Angel star was previously married to Will Koppelman, with whom she shares 2 daughters. While open to dating again, Barrymore admits it's tough as a single mom. Big smiles and even bigger hearts in showbiz today as Colleen Garcia gives birth to her second baby with husband Billy Crawford. In an IG post, the actress revealed that baby Austin made a surprise appearance just 2 minutes after stepping into the delivery room. And that's not all. Lovey Poe is also sharing happy news as she embraces her new role, motherhood. The actress announced she's gonna be a first-time mom with husband and film producer Monty Blanco 2 years after tying the knot. Congratulations to both families.
Happy for them. Big baby news today.
I love
seems.
Lovey Poe. She's my fitspiration.
And I love good news.
I know, finally.
There's a lot of things going on. Drew Barrymore.
Yes, Drew Barrymore coming out as bisexual. Everybody's happy for her.
Yeah.
And she's always talked about inclusivity and embracing your authenticity.
Right.
1000%. And wow, your news feeds a while ago, Miss Mai, that's a lot.
You killed it.
A lot covering today. Thank you to our reporters
Yes.
on the ground there, monitoring big breaking news. Now, coming up, from It Girl to modern day superwoman, we catch up with the multi-hyphenate Amanda Griffin Jacob live after this short break. The Daily Dish will be right back.
This is my daily dish. My daily dish. My daily dish. My daily dish.
Hello, hello, welcome back. You're watching The Daily Dish. Our guest today wears many hats. Among others, she's a model, TV host, entrepreneur, and a super mom. Please welcome the Amanda Griffin Jacob. Woo-hoo!
Good to see you.
How are ya?
Good. Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
We're excited that
Glad
you're
to
here
have you
because
with us.
yeah, you haven't been on camera for a few years now, and we got the Amanda Griffin Jacob. So, Amanda, of course, we're gonna go digging deep.
Yeah.
You were a model. Now you're a mom, entrepreneur, of course, a wife. And what we want to know is, how did you start your modeling career?
Oh my gosh.
Did you like my segue
I
to
know.
that?
We're going way back. Back in those days,
Yes.
you were sort of scouted at in the mall.
Yeah, that's how it
s-
was.
Yeah, an agent came up to me in the mall, and my mom, when I was 11.
Wow.
Yeah, I was
Why
really
you
young.
started so early?
I mean, I wasn't able to do many things. While we're, I was just saying my photos there. That's when I was scouted around 12.
Oh, that was,
yeah.
look at that. Look at that. You haven't changed
Yeah.
from that photo
Thank
to now.
you. I was 21 there in Candy. So that event was when Candy discovered me like as a host.
Yes.
So I'd done the Candy cover, the first Candy cover ever, and then I pinch hit for someone that was supposed to host, and they didn't show up.
Oh, wow.
So they threw me in there, and I had only ever modeled before.
Oh,
and
my
so I
goodness.
was
Like
so,
a deer in headlights.
Yes, I was nervous and scared, but I got through it, and then I started getting offers to host, and then F came
Yes.
like a year
I
later.
remember you from F.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I was a writer for that network. So you were one of the OG It Girls.
She is.
Yeah.
She's still an it girl.
Yes.
Am I?
Yeah.
And then
But
what
she's
has
telling
that
children, you eat that and you eat that and you eat that.
what has that taught you from modeling to venture into hosting?
Well, I was always a very, very shy girl. So even the modeling was really difficult for me. And I guess I sort of just fell into it. It wasn't something that I really wanted to do.
Yes.
But my mother was, she was supportive. I think she felt it would get me out of my shyness. You know my mom.
Yes. Shout out Auntie Sue.
Yes. She is the complete opposite of me. Very sort of, what's the word? Extroverted.
Yes. She knows how to live, her social life very well.
Yes.
But not a lot of people don't know that you are very shy.
Yes,
And
that's
very private, actually. You are one of those people that I know that really make sure that relationships matter. And that family matters also. And you keep that like a mama hen.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You protect that with all your might. Tell me, so after after modeling, of course, you know, you let's go fast track now. You got
Okay.
married to David Jacob.
Yes.
And now you've got 4 beautiful children. And he has taken you through a roller coaster of residences
Yes.
from Hong Kong, Singapore, back into Manila.
Yes.
How is that working for you now?
Well, my kids, it's the first time that they've actually lived here. So it was a transition for all of us. I hadn't been back to live for 17 years.
Can you imagine?
I'm also readjusting.
Yeah, yeah.
But I love it. You know, there's no place like home. So it's nice for my kids to know their roots and get a taste of what it's like to live here.
So you have spent 10 years, am I correct, in Singapore?
Yes.
Yes, and now the kids are here, but they've been used to traveling.
Yes.
Like a whole big bunch of you traveling over the years, right? So how has this all changed from the kids' perspective? How has it all changed and how they're also adjusting to their life now in Manila?
You know, because they've been exposed to so many different cultures, especially in Singapore, I think the transition for them wasn't that difficult. It was me coming back here after living in Singapore, which is very different from Manila.
Yes.
You know, it's all efficient.
Everything's working.
Everything works. Everything's fast.
No floods?
No floods, no traffic. So that's the one thing my son, my eldest son, who's 15, he said, "Mom, why is there so much traffic
Right.
here, and why is the internet so slow?"
But with that adjustment, Amanda, of course, you know, since you're back, and I'm sure you get a lot of offers. You know, you want to go back on TV? Do you want to go back into magazine work? Are you you're shuddering?
You know, I do things from time to time, especially when it's things that I believe in.
Right.
Who knows? You know, you never say never, but it would depend on what was being offered.
Yes, but you know, actually, even if Amanda's not on television or in magazines, not like before, she actually has a community that she created, Mai, which is...
Yes.
Glamour Mamas.
Okay, so Glamour Mamas has a very small following of just 50,000.
50,000 strong.
And I'm sure
Yeah.
you're gonna like this as a super mom yourself.
I
Tell us
wanna-
about that.
So when I was a first-time mom, I gave birth in 2010.
I remember.
I only had, I think, 2 friends that had kids. You know, the rest of my friends didn't, you know, they weren't anywhere close to having babies. So I would go to my 2 friends and just ask them everything,
Help.
like help.
Yes.
I was so nervous. I think most first-time moms
Yes.
are. I had no idea what to do from the birthing process, pregnancy, breastfeeding.
Yes.
Like it was all just. I was so overwhelmed, and I thought, I wish there was a forum that I could go on to where I could ask all these questions, because my friends really helped me. Those 2 friends, they helped take out the anxiety for me, so I knew what to expect.
Yes.
And that's how Glamour Mamas was really born.
For sure, a support system.
Did you go
especially
through
if
that
you're-
as well, Mai?
Yes, as a first-time mom, a support system is crucial, and also there's so much information that, you know, all I did was research on.
Yes.
What's the best breast pump?
Yeah.
And also, if you don't have enough milk, what do you
Yes.
do?
What do you do when the
Right.
child
Malunggay.
cries? I mean, you know,
Well, and you know, I was there sort of waking up every 30 minutes to make sure that my baby was still breathing.
yeah,
'Cause
I know.
was like-
Okay, as parents, the 3 of us, that is a real thing. Like, is my baby still alive?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's scary.
You're
And
just a
also, you
nervous
see
wreck.
a lot of you read about a lot of horror stories on the internet, also, and you have to, you know, cross-check what are the facts, what is myth.
Yes, that's why I love Glamour Mamas. They're a community that really supports one another, and over the years it's grown into what it is, but we still try and keep it a safe sanctuary and really vet who's coming in so that it's still a safe space.
Right. So with 4 children, can you say that now I can give advice to new mamas or new mothers?
Oh my God, no, I always say this, I'm no expert. Every time I think I have, you know, it going well, you get thrown a wrench by my eldest. Obviously, you're only as old in mother years as your eldest child.
Right.
So
But yes, you seem to have managed pretty well. I'd like to go back to Glamo mamas. So among the many mothers out there, what is their biggest concern these days?
it's everything you've mentioned. It's, and also they ask for marital advice. They ask for, it's not just about motherhood so much, although that's really the main topic. That's how safe and protected they feel. When they have no one else to turn to,
Right.
they can turn to Glamo mamas. And
So now has it become more than Glamo Mamas? Has it become a sisterhood?
it's a sisterhood, for sure.
I love that. But also, from that experience, but way before that, you then went into a health journey. You became vegetarian, then vegan, and then you moved forward again with that because, of course, you wanted to be healthy. And then you started doing your yoga practice.
Yeah,
When you were in
so-
Singapore as well. And then you moved.
No. Actually, because my health journey started before I got married.
Okay.
So that actually, the catalyst was my hot yoga. The first time I did hot yoga, I went to a Bikram session. The first time, when I was in my mid-20s, and then I didn't do it again. And then a few years later, when I was getting ready for my wedding, then I started doing hot yoga, and that really set me on the path for where I'm at now. Because at first it was the yoga, then when you start doing yoga, it leads you on all different paths, sort of nutrition and how you're living your life.
Sanity.
And how you, it's just the philosophy, everything.
So would you say discovering yoga has been life-changing?
It's life-changing. It's life-changing. That's why I'm always talking to people about it. I set up my yoga studios because I would love for people, especially women, mothers, to discover just the beauty of yoga and how it can transform your life.
And how do you do that? How do you deal with that balance? Because obviously, with a family life, running your businesses, and is this helping you ground yourself and keep sane, basically?
Yes, I could not keep my sanity if I wasn't able to get on the mat at least. I try to go at least once a day, but sometimes my schedule doesn't work out. But I want to say mostly, and I'm lucky that it's my business, so I'm going there. I'm also going to work.
So with so many distractions these days, for someone like us, for example, give us a quick tip on how to quiet the mind.
Well, that's why I love hot yoga. So it really, especially that discipline, it really quiets, because I have a monkey mind. So it really helps to quiet, because you can't think of anything else. You're in a hot room, you're doing all the poses, and it really helps to block out the noise. It's also why I like running. So running is also meditative for me. So if I can't go to yoga, I can just step out of my house and go running. So
I love that. Because look at her body. It looks like she hasn't given birth. It's really unfair.
Yes, so it's running, it's yoga, and also meditation as well, right? It's all a combination of these things.
And it's, I've been vegetarian for 18 years. I don't drink. I sleep early.
Something I'm curious about. When I've been looking you up, because of this interview, I came across this term, sober curious.
Yes.
Well, what's that?
Yeah, tell us about that. What is sober curious?
Well, sober curious is just one of those terms that people who don't have a drinking problem, but they're curious, like, what happens if I don't drink? And so 6 years ago, I haven't drank for 6 years now. 6 years ago, during the pandemic, just before the pandemic, I did a cleanse. I used to do yearly cleanses of no alcohol, no sugar, and no gluten. And so I did that cleanse, and then the pandemic hit, and we were about to go into lockdown. And I have 4 kids, and I just knew that if, I was so stressed about what was going to happen, especially with the schooling, like the online schooling. Like, why don't I just not drink.
Yeah. And
just
apparently,
keep it going.
would you say this is a trend now? Some celebrities are catching on as well.
Yes, I love it. The sober movement is definitely catching on, and Gen Zs don't drink as much, so it's
Me too. I can say the same.
Right, so much to talk about. Our conversation with Amanda Griffin Jacob will continue after this break. The Daily Dish will be right back.
This is my daily dish. This is my daily dish.
You're still watching The Daily Dish. Still with us, Amanda Griffin Jacob, wellness advocate and IJM ambassador. Amanda, tell us about this advocacy of yours. You've just joined the fight against online sexual exploitation of children.
Yeah, so I joined in 2019. I joined the International Justice Mission, the Philippine chapter, because we are the global supplier for OSAIC, which is the online sexual exploitation and abuse of children. So when I found out in Singapore about this industry, I was so shocked that no one in the Philippines is talking about it. You know,
the numbers are astounding.
And
We
yes.
are
horrific.
at the
It's
heart of
I
it.
didn't know about it until you told me about it
Yeah.
and you asked me to go to your event.
I know, and I was so upset and angry that how come as a Filipino I didn't know about this, which for me is the number one issue that we face. And we have so many issues in the Philippines, but you know, this is what's happening to the youth. You know, they're getting abused, and then it's just a vicious kind of cycle that, you know, if they don't get rehabilitated, then this is the future generations of Filipinos.
And how has it progressed since you started with them in 2019?
Well, there's been more awareness. So one of the goals is to get Filipinos aware, first of all, and then I want Filipinos to get angry, because this is something like we supply the world, these pedophiles.
Let's get them angry, but what are we supplying?
The children, so the explicit content of Filipino children. So,
Right.
and it's like a triangle. There's the predator, who's in the States or in the country.
Consumer.
The consumer, yeah. And then you have the facilitator, who's usually 75%, I think, of the time is the mother.
Can you
or
believe
the
that,
caretaker.
Mai? Like that really, when Amanda told me about that, that's when I was like, I can't even imagine a mosquito biting my child. And to think a mother, and you said 70+%,
Yes,
that's just disgusting.
Yeah, and so I wondered why that was as well. And there's a loophole in a lot of these women's minds, because the predator is not abusing them because it's online.
So there's no physical contact. They're like, it's not abuse.
Yes, but they don't realize they're the ones abusing their children for this content. So, you know, it's a horrific industry. The stories that I know, it's a lot.
Would you know what is the Philippine government doing about it? Like in terms of the coordination with international agencies to crack down on this?
Yeah, no, they're working hand in hand with agencies from abroad. And actually, since joining IJM, I've had a renewed faith in sort of the systems that are there, and there are really good people that are working hard to help try to eradicate this from
and I've
the
seen
Philippines.
footage of your rescues.
Yeah.
Which is it's so heartwarming, because the child doesn't even know what's going on. Like, meaning to say, like, they think that's their reality, that's their normal day in and day out.
They've also been programmed to this kind of life.
How young are they, Amanda?
Well, I think the median age might be around 12, but
Can
the
you
youngest
imagine?
one they've rescued, I believe, was a 9-week-old baby.
Can you imagine?
Oh my gosh.
Come on, my gosh.
Horrible.
So it's horrible. It's horrific. So I always say, I can't unknow. Like, once I knew about what was happening, I told David, I went home that evening and I said, I don't know what to do, but I'm gonna do something, because I can't live with this knowledge and not try to do something with my little platform. And I have Glamour Mamas, and then I have access to celebrities that have millions of followers, and I'm not embarrassed to bug them.
Yeah, of
like,
course.
Yeah.
you guys need to get on board and just sort of get the awareness out there.
Well, we're happy that you put a voice to this crusade, and
Yeah.
we're going to be supportive of that. But not only that, she's also into campaigning against animal cruelty. So superhero Amanda.
That one we know about, and you became vegan. Walk us through this journey and how has it influenced your life, and how you're also your children are, I understand, vegetarian.
Yeah, so we're vegetarian. I don't use the label. I've never used the label vegan because they're
Okay,
very
sorry.
particular about. That means you don't use leather, and you're like, it's a whole lifestyle. And as much as I'd love to, I'm not there yet. And also, it's hard to label a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So I'm vegetarian right now. My kids have been vegetarian since birth. And I get a lot of questions. I remember when I first had my son, who's now 15, a lot of people were like, "Oh my God, he's not gonna grow."
He is taller than his father.
You're missing out. I know, and so I always say he's my best advertisement because he's 6'1", really strong, and it's something that this is what speaks to me. I do it for many reasons: the animals, the environment, my health. When my dad had cancer, I started really researching on a lot of things,
Yeah.
and it's to each their own.
Is
but
it hard to be vegetarian in the Philippines?
Yes, it is.
But
I find it.
But to think, our bahay kubo song.
I know.
So isn't that sort of a disparity when it comes to options here?
It is, because I think Filipinos that's the culture you've grown up with. It's always meat. Even in the gulay, there's meat, right?
Yes, I know.
They'll give me the gulay, but I'm like, oh wait, there's a little meat there. I can't eat it. And when I say I'm vegetarian, they're like, oh, but you can eat fish. I'm like, no.
I don't eat anything with a face.
I should say that.
Yeah.
I should say that so it's clear. But it's getting better for sure. And everyone has their own restrictions, so it's getting better in
But-
general terms for everything.
Yeah, but you know what? Your secret to good health, I think, is your nutrition, because you don't age.
Definitely.
Is that your other? What else?
Yeah.
What else are your secrets?
I would say hot yoga. I've been doing it for 18 years. That's,
We should get on that.
We should get on the hot yoga.
Hot
Monique,
yoga.
later we're going to talk about hot yoga, because Mai and I are already discussing it. Let's have
Now.
something fun now.
All right, time for some fun. Let's have fast talk. Rapid
I'm
fire.
scared. Should I be scared?
Are you
Don't
ready?
be scared. You're
Rapid
vegetarian.
fire questions. I'm gonna go first.
All right.
First 5 questions, right, Ferdi?
Yes,
So,
dear.
Right. The first one. Who's the most comfortable person to be with for you?
David.
Husband, of course.
Also
Yeah.
my second son.
Simple joys.
Chocolate.
Most luxurious item you've ever worn.
Worn.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. I don't know. I guess a bag. I'm not really into those things, but yeah, I'd say a designer bag.
Your favorite hideaway.
My room.
And now, eat at home or dine out.
Home.
Okay.
Home is a sanctuary.
It is my sanctuary. It's where I go to hide and
This, I like to make
Hide
her
from
answer in the
everything.
room, because she can just lock it. Kids, don't bother mom. Go somewhere else. All right. My turn. Pet peeve.
lateness, tardiness.
Oh, I know that. for a fact.
A lot of Filipinos are guilty.
I know.
So
I
late.
know.
That's so late. So when
Even
Singapore.
her own
Yeah.
wedding, she was like, "Where's everyone?"
Yes.
Favorite fashion designer.
Oh, Rajo.
Rajo
Yeah.
and
Rosana.
Rosana. All right.
Vanya. Sorry. It's supposed to be one
A
name.
lot. That's okay. It's okay. Something you want to bring back, like the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s.
The 90s. Oh my gosh.
Plumish hair.
No, I just love the music.
The music of the 90s.
The music of the 90s.
She's
I
like
can
the
relate.
music
Yeah.
of the 90s.
David would disagree with me. He's about the 80s, but
Most important job aside from being a mother and a wife.
for me,
Yeah.
being a wellness advocate. I really want to help Filipinos live more optimally for their health.
Next goal.
Building shelters for the victims of OSAG.
I love that.
Yes.
I love my Saint Amanda. It's super
Well, you know
cool.
I'm not a saint.
Nobody knows that.
I'm not. I
Even
mean,
if
you know,
we're-
I don't claim to
Yeah,
be.
even if we're national TV, it's shh. Okay, before we let you go, what is your advice to live a healthy and fulfilling life the Amanda Jacob way?
I would say find what works for you. Do your research and go to the beat of your own drum. Don't mind what other people say, because I started this journey a long time ago, let's say 15, 16 years ago now, and along the way I had so many naysayers, so many people that thought what I was doing was crazy or wrong or unhealthy, and I just stuck to my guns and you know, I said it works for me, so you know, I don't choose to cast judgment on the way other people live their lives.
Right.
And so I'd like to say that you shouldn't really care about what people
Right.
are saying. Just take it with a grain of salt.
So from a super mom like you, what is your advice to the other moms out there, like who just wants to take care of themselves more, but really don't have the time for that?
Well, I always say, you know, you have the time. You have to schedule it in like anything. Like if you're working, just like a meeting, because you need to take care of yourself. Don't feel guilty about it, because when your cup is empty, then you can't give to anyone else. So, you know, just
Can you
take
shut-
care of yourselves.
Can you
moms.
shut your door to your room if you need to?
Oh, I do.
Look at her, she's like, oh, I do.
I do.
I do. The kids can't enter.
Right, thank you so much. We learned so much from you today, Amanda Griffin Jacob.
Thank you so much for letting us delve into your life and what it means to be Amanda Jacob. Right. All right, if you smell what The Rock is cooking, actor / pro wrestler Dwayne The Rock Johnson has social media talking with his body transformation again. The Daily Dish will be right back, but not with The Rock.
This is my daily dish. This is my daily dish.
And hello, welcome back. You're still watching The Daily Dish. Social media is buzzing. Dwayne The Rock Johnson has revealed a noticeably slimmer physique. He surprised fans and media on the red carpet at the Venice Film Festival, promoting his new biographical drama, The Smashing Machine. The film tells the story of MMA fighter Mark Kerr. Known for his massive, muscular build, the actor's leaner look has sparked major online chatter. Some fans joked, from The Rock to a pebble.
No, but he looks better than ever.
Nobody-
I love this
sorry.
new
I like
physique.
his bigger build.
The Rock-
Opinion
Yeah, he was
lang.
famous
Guys,
for
The
that.
Rock is The Rock. I don't, you know, whomever's calling him Pebble, guys, do an introspection because you're not like The Rock. Sorry.
So funny.
Yeah, I can't wait for
His
that movie
neck
to
got
come
longer.
I mean, this man is massive.
He's still big. It doesn't matter what he does, but his physique
and he
is still
doesn't
so
age as
muscular.
well, just like Amanda Griffin Jacob.
Right? I like his outfit. I feel like you'd wear something like that.
I would
Ferdi.
totally wear
Right?
something like
You'd
that.
rock
It's
that.
very
Very
I
Ferdi.
would try to rock that. Anyway.
Right, that's it for us today, Tuesday, September 2. Join us again tomorrow for more Real
A
Talk.
lot of spilled tea.
With zero filter, I'm Monique Tuzon. Anytime is a good time because it's more fun with us.
And I'm Ferdi Salvador, always on top with the news and stories that matter most.
And I'm Mai Rodriguez. That's the Daily Dish served. Thank you for watching.